Hi, my name is Damien and I am a brain aneurysm survivor. My brain aneurysm ruptured March 22nd, 2024, but today I want to share how I learned to heal from the physical, psychological, and emotional trauma recovering from my brain aneurysm. Everybody's journey is different, but I'm hoping if you can take something from mine, it can help you navigate through yours. When I woke up in 2024, I no longer recognized my life as I know it. It was extremely difficult for me to wake up day after day handicapped by this affliction because it disabled me. For me, the trauma manifested in many ways. I struggled for weeks with the constant fear of my brain blowing up all over again. I feared that maybe the first aneurysm had a twin and the doctors missed it when they found the first one. So every time I felt a headache coming on, I suffered anxiety attacks thinking that my brain was on the verge of exploding all over again. So I leaned on my faith, believing that I didn't have a spirit of fear, but I had one of power, love, and self-discipline. And when I surrendered to my faith, my fear was replaced with optimism. Just when I thought I won, I realized the battle was just beginning. On the road to recovering, when the affliction couldn't scare me anymore, it weaponized my memories of life I knew before my aneurysm ruptured, which only threw me into depressive states of mourning the past version of myself that I no longer was anymore. It also threw me in emotional spirals of confusion, frustration, and self-pity that overwhelmed me with so much sadness that I wish I could figure out ways. I wish I could run into a man in black that could hit me with a neuralizer and erase my memory, because it was only triggering me now. For weeks, I neglected looking at myself in the mirror because the broken person staring back at me triggered uncontrollable crying fits that would make me lose periods of time in my mind throwing myself pity parties. For a long time, I just survived, thinking that if my body will heal one day and that when it heals, everything will be fine. Until one day, a couple months down my road to recovery, I opened up my Facebook page to a memory a year prior to my aneurysm rupturing when I was active and fully capable. And it made me cry so much and so hard that I couldn't cry anymore. And it was in that moment that I realized that my mind needed healing just as desperately as my body did. So I seeked out groups, support groups, to find hope and guidance from others in recovery. And that's what I found. I found individuals that weren't only just surviving anymore, but they were out there thriving and striving to continue living the lives that they thought they lost and left behind. And in these groups, I realized talking about my pain not only helped me heal, but also helped others to heal and not feel alone walking down this road of recovery, which can feel isolating a majority of the time. It was in these groups that I realized my greatest weakness was actually my greatest strength. And knowing that changed my mindset entirely. I realized that this aneurysm affliction wasn't happening to me, it was happening for me, and that my pain had a purpose. I healed tremendously emotionally, helping others on the same road to recovery navigate through some of their difficult times that I had to navigate through myself. So I shared more, I gave more, I listened more, I encouraged more, and I used my progress to give hope. And before I knew it, I felt mentally better, emotionally lighter, and learned that helping others when I could barely stand or have the emotional stability to help myself was healing unseen wounds that I didn't realize I had. And this healing was happening through empathetic connections and relating with others going through the same affliction. When I felt the healing power from validating and empowering others suffering just like I was, I learned to adapt and then began working on my new self. And when I embraced this new version of me, I learned to let go. I learned that the healing that we're looking for isn't about erasing our past. It's about integrating it and finding new ways to function in the world as the new 2.0 version of ourselves. It took some time for me, but my greatest victory on my road to recovery was when I stopped fighting the new me trying to break through and let the old me adapt and integrate. Before I go, I want to empower you and give you all hope out there on your journey with this. Healing from mental and emotional trauma after a brain aneurysm is a marathon, not a sprint. I've learned that it's an ongoing commitment to self-care, self-discovery, and radical self-compassion. It's about acknowledging the scars, but also celebrating the strength, the wisdom, and the profound capacity for healing that lies within us all. If you are on a similar journey, please know you are not alone. and healing is possible. Keep going. You got this. The day you are waiting for is waiting for you to reclaim it. Now go reclaim it.